2023, register only research method class. But yeah, throughout your negotiation and discussion with your supervisory committee, if you have certain parts that you have to actually support your research, they might ask you to register any other courses. Yeah. All right. Don't say, oh, there is no in the ruling, so I don't have to register. Don't say that. Yeah. Because it depends on the observation of the supervisory committee. If any other part that you have to improve, whereby you have to register the courses, so of course you need to register. But make sure that courses are being prepared for those PG students. That means for students by research only. Yeah, not for the MS KK or not for the masters by coursework. Okay, clear so far? Yes. Okay, so the first circle here is that you have to register research methodology, doctoral master research. What is a doctoral master research? We just do a revision. What is doctoral research? Do you know doctoral research?
Yeah, the subject. Of course, every semester we could register for doctoral research.
Yeah.
At least 9 or
Yeah, exactly. At least 3 credits. It can be 6 credits. It can be 9 credits. It depends on what is the weightage of your research for that particular semester. Okay, doctoral research for PhD student, master research for master student. This course is to reflect the weightage of your research work. Before you register the credit, you have to discuss with your main supervisor. The third one is, another part is you have to actually register the seminar. What is the seminar? SPS 9603. Doctoral research, SPS 699 and SPS 599. The students are supposed to clear with this particular course registration because you might do this registration every semester. Okay? And then the second part, the second part is the supervisory committee nomination. How many of you still don't make any supervisory committee yet? Raise up your hand. In what semester are you? Huh? First semester, and you? Yeah, you don't register the supervisory committee yet? In second semester? Sixth semester? You already nominate the supervisory committee? Done, okay. So, supervisory committee needs to be nominated during by second semester. Can you nominate during the first semester? Yes. I always ask them, why you don't do the nomination advisory committee? Oh, because I'm the new semester, I'm the new student, I'm in the first semester. But actually, you can do the nomination advisory committee. You can nominate the advisory committee during the first semester. You should start early. Can you do it in the fourth semester?
Only for re-nomination.
Again, you should justify why you need to do re-nomination. You can't even simply, okay, this semester I will see that this guy is good, so I want to do the re-nomination. Okay, that's why from the first semester you have to really find out who are going to be your supervisory committee. Yeah, it's not mix and match. Yeah, you got to know. Yeah, and then who's supposed to be your supervisory committee? Who are the guys supposed to be your supervisory committee? Those who are in that particular research field. Not those who are really close to your supervisor. Yeah, not those who are really close to you during your class, something like that. This supervisory committee is supposed to be the guys that might help you during your academic candidature. From the first semester until you end the research work. And then, again, yeah, project committee supposed to be within 2 semesters and then submit the GS10A. All right. So this submission form can be done using through IGs. That means student platform here. More places here. In front, come here. Okay, the next one is the research progress. What is the research progress? What is the research progress? GS? GS?
11.
How many of you do your research progress accordingly every semester? What I mean accordingly is from the week 4 until week 14. Is there anybody in this class that present your progress report? Anybody of you? So means that all of you present your progress report every semester?
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Should I trust you?
Should.
Okay. So if your progress report done very well, so this is a good sign for you to prepare your thesis. Okay, good sign. Yeah, because you have done your research progress every semester, so that you know what where you are right now. Okay. Now the next one is the CE. How many of you in this room are masters by research? Anybody? All right. So those master students, you don't got to worry because this comprehensive exam is only for PhD students. When you supposed to sit for CE?
Second semester.
We did? Not 6 semester, not 7 semester. How many of you sit your CE during 4th semester? 4th semester. Fourth semester. How many of you sit your CE during 3rd semester? And then what happened to the rest? You didn't raise up your hand?
We are not yet.
Not yet. What do you mean?
Master.
Okay. All right. Okay. If you are in the 2nd semester, of course you are not sitting your CE. But normally those who are in the 3rd semester or 4th semester, you might sit your CE. How did you know that you should sit for your CE? What trigger you that you should sit for your for the CE? Email notification. That means you receive the email. Yeah. What else?
Supervisory
committee. So if you didn't receive email notification and you didn't receive any information from supervisory committee, what are you supposed to do? Call SES, refer to SES. Very good. Yeah. To ensure that you have very committed as a PG student. Yeah. Because you already know during the first day of the registration, you have been reminded all this particular process. Yeah. Bear in mind, you have to sit for the CE not later than 4th semester.
Is there any category?
That's your exam, yeah.
Is there any category like do I have to do after data collection or something like that?
All
Is
right.
there any category like okay, I need
Okay, this one is not being regulated specifically by SOS. Yeah, but it is depends on the nature of the research of that particular. Yeah, normally Faculty of Education, they might have the students need to do the something like data analysis, isn't it? For the Faculty of Education, Faculty of Medicine. Yes, yeah. Some of the faculty they need to see that students already have a certain finding. I think it's a very minor findings, yeah, as a sign that the student already have that momentum. Yeah. But some of the other faculties, as long as the students very sure with the research proposal, So this is the signal that the student already with the comprehensive exam. So there is no regulator. So specifically depends on the nature of the research. Clear?
Yes.
All right. And then the last part is actually for the thesis submission, whereby you have to submit all those particular GS 14A, 14B, 15A, 16A, GS 17. So far, you have any question related to the process until the thesis submission? So this is the real process that you have to go through as a PG student, Master's by Research and PhD. Any question? Yeah.
As per my offer letter, they should 2 years minimum and 5 years completion of the course. Inshallah, I will study with
Minimum is 2 years, right?
2 years.
Yeah, possible. Okay. So you are already submit your thesis? You are in second semester, fourth semester.
I have second semester. I have already completed my research proposal seminar. This semester I took data collection and I have already ethical approval from the institute. Everything inshallah I will complete.
So you didn't sleep every day, yeah?
Every day.
You didn't sleep? Okay, I just want to know the commitment as a PG student. Yeah, if you can work very fast, it shows how commitment. You already put 100% commitment as a PhD student. Yeah, good. You might share with us as well. Okay. Is there any question so far after this last process? I just want to know the real challenge, the real problem. Is there any real challenge, real problem related to this end process? I just want to know. Yeah. You means once you submit the GS 14A, how long do you have to wait for your Viva Voce? 3 months. Yeah. Yeah. 3 months minimum.
Yeah.
So you know the process, yeah, involve the human. Involve the human, yeah. If you can make it faster, the faster the better lah. Okay. Right. So make ourselves positive, yeah, so that we are always positive. I just want to know about one ruling. Anybody know about this ruling? Without this, you couldn't graduate. What is it?
Publication.
Yes, publication. Please make sure that you have to comply with this particular regulation. For PhD, how many articles do you have to publish?
Minimum of 2.
Minimum of two high impact journal or Scopus journal or CIG, any cited journal. But we already been improved that you can actually submit to publish to any other journal as well. Yeah, you go through the thesis, you go to the the requirements to which particular journals that you have to publish. It's already been mentioned there. It is not really hard as long as you are committed to publish. If you don't publish, you couldn't graduate. Right? What does it mean by couldn't graduate? That means you couldn't go up to the stage. Some of students come to me.
Ya. Kena klik ni. Ini tak boleh.
So he checked and then somehow he didn't have that particular publications. Remember this? Yeah.
I have one question.
Yeah.
I see this semester or before semester, like for the committee, I answer. They have given 3 members of each. I have faced something that because I search my knowledge and I checking my research
Yeah.
around it. But I went to my library and then go to my library. But she told me always you need to quotes from the supervisor creating quote for you and they give you.
Oh, are you tying in?
Yes.
So normally the tying in account supposed to be created by your supervisor,
Yes.
your main supervisor.
Yes.
You go be with him or her, not his dog, please. I want to submit the thesis.
It's not
It's not there? She's not there? Your supervisor is not there? Not
We
you.
have no knowledge.
You are medicine? Ah. Oh, no.
Really good,
Really
and it's
good.
assistance everything, but they don't use it.
It's not necessary.
You know, the librarian also saying, she told, yes, I go, I come and I learn from you.
But you have to tell her that in order for you to submit thesis, you need to,
I know,
yeah,
I have a good relationship with my supervisor.
yeah.
Friends already told,
Yeah.
actually, I don't say,
Yeah.
my relationship is good.
It's okay. You just telling her that it is a principle that she has to create.
You know, my last 2 times, my proposal is creating my another student, our Indian student,
Yeah.
who have been interning.
No, you couldn't say that. Your every supervisor, they have to create your in account, not your senior, not your friend. Yeah, it's supposed to be coming from your supervisor. Please, even you have a very good relation, you can tell her, please, yeah, create my ID account.
And I'll tell my supervisor, I take. They don't know. She never know.
Okay. Remember, no use.
So what's the solution for that people? He or she is not able to do that. What can be the possible steps? We have to do it by ourselves. Or
It's supposed to be created by the supervisor.
if he or she is not able, then
Okay.
or not cooperative with such situation.
Okay, if you are not cooperative, you have a DPTD of graduate school, DPTD that handle the PG, the faculty. So if your supervisor didn't do so, please go and refer to him or her. This is her or his responsibility.
He might be harsh.
This is his duty, yeah, to explain to each supervisor that this is the KPI of our faculty, yeah, which is reflect from the student graduate. If the process is not happen smoothly, it might affect the student graduation. Right? So please, I may ask all of you to go and see your PhD that handle the postgraduate students at the faculty and institute.
Oh,
So if there is no such thing settled, then you can come to the SG. Okay? Right?
right.
So you cannot create your own.
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking of that.
Yes.
You cannot. Before you create on your own, please come and deal with us. No, you cannot create on your own.
Doctor, our metric number is
Huh?
we using our metric number by eternity.
Yeah.
So we don't.
It is very
As a student, we
important.
cannot.
Supervisor.
You cannot.
Yes, as a student, we cannot.
You cannot. Because this is the responsibility of your
I tried several times.
supervisor, yeah, to make sure that your work is really novel, genuine. I hope that this is technical part and we try as our best to settle it, inshallah, yeah? Okay, so no other issues? Yeah.
But not really related to thinking, but is there any limitation? How many times can we change our supervisor?
Oh,
My God.
okay, you again, I try to tell you that in order for you to renominate the supervisory committee, you have to fill up the standard form here from IGs. And then you have to mention the reason why. So it's supposed to be justified. Yeah, it's not because, oh, he's not in his office, I couldn't see him, because there is again a process or structure that you have to go through the faculty. Please and go and discuss with your PPTD that handle the PG. So he might have a very brilliant ideas and one on how to settle the PG.
So no limitation.
No limitation, but need to be justified.
Yeah.
Okay. That is your right, yeah, to do the renomination, blah, blah, blah. But I hope that, yeah, the process happened very good, very smoothly, yeah. Okay, next. So I hope that once you settle this process, so now you are ready in terms of preparing your thesis. Okay, all right, not ready yet. Okay,
This is
that A, that A,
progress.
yeah, that's what.
There is a section that says.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to question the owner. There is only one contact via SGS. Contact like phone call, chats, are they included? Right.
Of course, contact here is means that you go and discuss with your supervisor. Yeah. So of course you may have the like appointment. You might have the appointment through the WhatsApp call, something like that. So once you have the appointment, you go and discuss with him or her. So this is going to be your where you meet your supervisor. Okay. So means that second week you go and meet him. Discuss what I supposed to do. This is the analysis part, blah, blah, blah. We got error, blah, blah, blah. She said that, okay, come here after 2 weeks. So again, you come. So the second time, discuss, blah, 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 blah. Okay, throughout the semester, how many weeks we had one semester? How many weeks? 10 weeks? 12 weeks? 14. Yeah, please put it in your mind that you are going to have 14 weeks throughout one semester. So just imagine if during these 14 weeks, you did not meet your supervisor. So it's going to be a little bit trouble for you in terms of supervising you, managing your research work, blah and blah. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I hope that you are ready with the preparing your thesis. Next, okay.
No, I have a question.
Okay, what is the question?
This semester, I discussed with my supervisor by appointing
You are from faculty? Faculty? Science. You are from agriculture. Okay, so
And several times I meet with my
supervisor.
and sometimes we discuss in email.
Okay.
And some question and supervisor.
Okay.
Can I calculate this contact?
Okay, even you discuss with your supervisor in order to discuss about your findings. The main thing is about your research findings. So that one is going to be calculated. If it's just only about, oh, how are you? Are you okay? Okay. If we discuss about your findings, okay, guys, you are here. Please do something. I want to see more. Okay. In fact, yeah, most of the supervisors want to see you physically. Am I right?
No, it's really.
They don't bother to see you.
Online.
Sometimes online.
Especially in this era of
Online.
Yeah. They don't want to see you.
Important. Important.
Even this is digitalization. Yeah, it can be anonymous. It can be his friend, his colleague during online. Yeah. All right. Even we are positive. Yeah. But I don't feel like we are satisfied if we don't meet him physically. So please have it physically throughout 14 weeks. Yeah,
Anak dia.
not only weekly, you can set up 2 weeks,
Yeah.
3 weeks.
As
Yeah,
per supervisor confidence time.
yes, as long as you have confidence.
Is there any minimum, like once in a month?
Yeah, there is no minimum. There is no minimum. It depends on you and your supervisor.
Wow.
Yeah. I think you are very committed students. I think if you make your supervisor every week, it's going to be 14 times meeting your supervisor. Okay? But if you can make it 3 weeks, yeah, after that, 4 weeks, so it's just very good. Yeah, as long as you have a very good.
Last semester, I mentioned 17 times. Once a
Twice a week.
14 days. Per week, twice a week. Actually, we mostly work.
Yeah. If you are a committed student, then your supervisor will feel proud of you. She is expecting to see you every week. This is what I meant as a main supervisor. I'm expecting to see my student every week. Even if he's quiet, I say, how are you? What are you doing? Where's your finding? Something like that.
But at least supervisor have no time available.
So you're
to do it, do it.
No, of course, everybody is busy.
Yes.
So if we can
My
manage,
supervisor is very.
yeah, everybody is busy.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the academic status. Before you prepare your thesis, make sure your academic status is a very good condition. What I mean with very good condition is there is no status in terms of provisional, in terms of drop, in terms of withdraw, in terms of probation, suspended and terminated. Anybody of you
Right now.
in this room do have this particular status? No. So it's good sign that you can continue on preparing your thesis. Yeah. So normally be careful with this, the provisional and drop. Drop normally because you have to settle the fees payment. Yeah. Please try to solve it out. Yeah. Normally your supervisor couldn't help you to pay the fees. Yeah. So please settle it on your own. Okay. Once you're ready, okay, now we go next slide, please. So academic status, no questions so far? Okay, this one?
Okay.
Okay, clear. Okay, this is about thesis writing. Okay. Always in our mind, yeah, what we supposed to write it down. Okay. So first thing first, that we have to make sure that whatever we have to put it, we have to documentize it properly. Right now, everybody has their own laptop, their own handphone, their own PC. So make sure that you documentize the files accordingly from the first semester. Okay, next. All right. Now, I just want to ask you, why do you want to writing the thesis? Why you have to push yourself writing up the thesis? I think most of you are admiring yourself, yeah, to make sure that somebody will call you doctor. Doctor Ahmad, Dr. Siti, yeah, Dr. Amina, Dr. Chang, Dr. Ho, yeah. Anybody of you, oh, doctor is not meaningful to me. Anybody here? Oh, I don't expect it to have a doctor in front of my name. Anybody of you? Of course, yeah. So this is the intention why we have to write. At the end of the day, once we finish, we go out from UPM, everybody will call us doctor. Okay? Doctor, come here. Doctor, have a seat. Right. Okay? So next. So that is a good news. Alright, so the negative side is actually, if you want to start writing up a thesis, of course you might be like, what is so hard? What is so, it's so pain? Yeah? I'm not a good student. I'm not good in terms of writing. It's so painful for me. Yeah. Could I find anybody else to help me writing up the thesis for me? Anybody else you think like that?
Yes.
Sure. We don't have any experience. We don't have any skill. Yeah. It's so painful. It's so hard. And then we don't have any inspiration of writing up the thesis. Right? So, what is actually motivate you to writing up the thesis then? What is motivates you?
The DR.
Yeah. Keep telling yourself that I want to make sure that myself have the so-called TR. If I'm not starting writing up the thesis, there is no TR at all. Okay, all right. Of course, the hardest part is actually to start. The hardest part is actually to start. Okay, everybody of you in the class already start to writing up the thesis. Already start to writing up the thesis. Up your properly. I want to say, means that you already start to writing up the thesis. How many of you? It might show to me that you are really committed to see DR in front of your name. Oh, okay, how many of you? Okay, thank you. Some of you still don't have the motivation to start writing out the thesis. No motivation at all. So what happened? You didn't raise up your hand?
Finish.
What?
Finish writing up.
Finish? Oh, already, okay. Who already submitted the thesis? Okay, congratulations. Okay, so why are you here if you already finished?
Viva Voce.
Viva Voce. Okay, could you share with your friends? Is it hard to start?
I start very early. I started in my first semester, but I rewrite everything again during my fall. After CE, I rewrite it because as time pass by, feel like it's changing, it's changing. We want to improve about this, but it's okay if you want to start already.
Okay, all right, thank you. So, your friends already shared with us that it is important to write up early. In fact, you can start from the first semester. Okay? No matter what, of course, it might be changed. Yeah. After your comprehensive exam. Yeah. But the motivation already been set up earlier. So, if you started earlier, so the momentum is there. If you want to start during your 5th semester or 6th semester, it might, trigger you. It's so hard, no motivation, and you start to assign the third party or outsource, in terms of preparing the thesis. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Now, okay, the hardest part already there. I hope that we learn that we should start early. Yeah, start earlier. Next. Okay. Now, of course, it is very important, to actually telling ourselves that why we write a thesis. Yeah, it is very important. You are doing the research work starting from the first semester. If you didn't documentize it properly, everything might be gone. So this is the spirit of why we should write a thesis. Research work has been carried out. But how are you going to tell or explain to the rest of the world? So the spirit is that you have to come out with a book, but it's not about history, yeah. But this book is actually telling the world about what you have done throughout your research work. So this is the spirit of writing a thesis. So in academia to say, we have to conclude our research in a document. Yeah. So this document is kind of book. Yeah. To explain from the first we start, yeah, which is introduction, yeah, until the future work. Yeah. About the process of our research, the findings of our research, and the conclusion as well as the future work. So this is actually the spirit, yeah, why we should come out with a book or a thesis about our research for masters or PhD. That is the spirit. Yeah. And then while you are preparing, you're still doing your research work. Yeah. So that's why you start from the first semester. So you keep on going doing your research work. Yeah. Again, once you have the findings, you have to tell the world how you get the finding, what is the the conclusion of the findings, yeah, what is the best of the findings, and so forth. Okay, so next slide. Okay. All right. Again, your supervisory committee is actually going to be your advisory committee, yeah, throughout you doing your thesis, throughout your writing up the thesis. So again, yeah, the spirit, yeah, of writing up the thesis is not only with your supervisor, yeah. You can actually seek the advice from the supervisory committee. How many supervisory committee do you have? Two? One? Five. No. Okay. How many supervisory committee do you have? Four. Four. Three. How many supervisory committee do you have at the back? Three. Four. Two. Two internal? Two external. Do you have a good advice from external?
Yes.
Is it correct?
Yes.
Sometimes better than internal. Do you using any apparatus or lab outside?
Yeah.
Okay. So normally this is actually trigger why we are actually have a good relation with the external community. Yeah. But this is how the supervisor helping the students, yeah, to actually expose you with a good apparatus, a good advice from a good established researcher. Okay. All right. So next. Sometimes the student make sure you have a good rapport with the supervisory committee. Yeah. Because in the thesis, you might write your supervisory committee's name. Yeah. So some of the students, I don't have a good rapport. She or he is not helping me. Can I don't put his name? Is it okay if I don't put his name? So please make sure you have a good rapport, yeah, with your supervisory committee so that you have a very mutual communication agreement, yeah. Okay. So when do I start? So once you are motivated. So right now, I hope those who are in this room, yeah, whoever start yet, please start right now. Whatever, regardless of semesters you are, yeah, second, third, please, you can start right now. But don't rush your supervisor, your main supervisor. Already ready for Viva Voce. I already started writing up my thesis. So I hope that I can graduate on time. Come on. Please have a good communication with your supervisor. Yeah. It is your own job to write up the thesis. Yeah. Not that everything with your supervisor.
I think the supervisor and my parents almost. Yes, it's my thing.
Yeah.
Actually, the supervisor and my parents. Parents is obviously first, and is my parents after that is a relationship with somebody, he or he is supervisor. I my as per my things. Good relationship. Yes. Needs to be.
No,
No. I believe-
Apart from his parents,
Yes.
the next person is his supervisor.
Yeah.
Comparing with supervisor, they are brothers.
Yes.
Your supervisor likes your
They are
sister,
went to
your
Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Yeah.
In this room, your supervisor is your daddy. Your supervisor is your mommy. Your supervisor is your sister.
Brother.
Your supervisor is your brother. How many of you?
Wow.
Good relation.
Yeah, I always try to get
Fine.
impression, but I always fear my supervisor. Every time I feel nervous when
This character?
my supervisor very conceived and without study, out of study, don't talk anyone.
He or she?
He-
Oh, just discuss about the
Yeah.
findings.
Yes, findings.
Nothing else.
Out of findings, no
No,
what.
you discover the findings, isn't it?
Actually,
Okay.
my supervisor discussed with my family matter. Also,
Okay.
she also
Advice.
and she looks after also my
Yeah.
taking information. How about my
If
wife.
I ask question, how are you? Okay, how are you family member? No, that's stop.
Okay.
I don't know. Can I
Yeah.
I have a small observation. It's my personal. But, do you find Hildy, that if the supervisor is a little open, like he or she might have Facebook account, at least in LinkedIn account, it might help that I can understand what's going on. Either he or she is achieving something or going for a party or at least
Doesn't you always talk your supervisor Facebook?
See, it sometimes takes more progressive towards your supervisor. So, but my main supervisor is a bit conservative, I guess, but another one, he's very much friendly. I always communicate with him in Instagram as well. So it is like I am active person, you are also active
Yeah,
person. So it makes more friendlier to us. Even he is junior than me. Maybe he's PhD, but he's junior than me. So we have a very good friendship in terms of, yeah. But is it okay? I mean, do you think that we should at least have a LinkedIn account? Because after 5 years or 10 years, we will finish it. But the LinkedIn account will be remaining for a long time.
Yeah, this is very important. Whatever you communicate throughout social media, yeah, that was supposed to be just like normal communication. Yeah,
Yeah.
normal communication, and then because you want to actually grow the communication with anybody else, so that is the spirit. Networks, yeah, that is the spirit of social media. Not the other part, hash word or hate word, something like that. Yeah. So that one is good. Okay. But what I'm trying to say here is that what we should have mutual communication, mutual agreement with the supervisors and supervisory committee. I think there are a lot of ways. Yeah. Lot of ways because we have as a human, we have a different characters. Right? So as long as we can fulfill the business basic here, yeah, business here is about discussing the findings. Discuss the findings, how to elaborate the findings, yeah, how to actually make sure everything go in the right way. So this is the meant by the competition between the PhD students and the supervisory committee. The rest of the things that you want to discuss is up to you. Okay, it should comply the mutual agreement. Yeah, some of the supervisory committee they said like they really what we call it have the spirit of the student If the student don't have money, they will provide money. If the student needs some food, he or she provide the food, something like that. But some of the supervisor, they don't have this kind of character. They just very strict in terms of discussing about the final, about the findings of the research. Okay, so
It's highly professional.
yeah,
Professional.
yeah,
And
professional.
conservative.
You might need once you be a lecturer, yeah, to finish your PhD, you go out, you also will meet with a few lot of students as well. So they come up with different character as well. So right now, we just agree that our supervisory committee, as long as they fulfill the basic business, yeah, which is about helping the students in terms of speed up their process, yeah, discuss about the research findings, yeah, helping in terms of finish up the PhD as well as master. So it is good stuff.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
another thing? Like,
Yeah.
from my experience, I'm a fully corporate person. I just left my 16 years of career and just here for my wish to do a PhD. So I'm totally a career oriented.
Okay.
So here, when I am here, I told my supervisor that I am a investment banker and project management consultant. So he thinks that I am a, because everybody here is an he or she thinks that it's like an academic one. It's like academic research. Basically, in professional life, I am a corporate person.
Yeah.
So sometimes it makes a little bit of imbalance in the relationship because when I will return back, I'm not might be I might not join in a institution or might in the academic line. I will go to the corporate world. So how to cope up this situation and try to
Yeah, I think you have a very good experience in terms of corporate world.
Yeah.
And then this is like academia world. So I think you just accept, yeah, what's supposed to be the best part, and then of course the part that is supposed to improve by your supervisors, yeah. I think you already you have a very good experience in terms of that, in terms of mutual communication, mutual agreement, yeah. Hopefully that it won't generally affect your communication, the communication between you and supervisor.
writing a book is different. Right?
Yeah, writing a thesis is actually come from you yourself. Yeah, as a PhD student, master student, writing a thesis supposed to be 100% form, 100%. The other part coming from the advisory committee, main supervisor is to actually help you, what we call it, in terms of, a certain part, if your introduction is not really clear. If your another chapters are not consistent, are not consequent, something like that, they might have this particular experience and helping you how to rearrange everything in order. Okay, all right. So now I hope that you are all in this room are actually motivated. Again, how many of you still not motivated yet? Okay, thank you. Okay, next. So if you are motivated, please do it. Please do it now, and then next. Okay, next. All right. Now, what a thesis isn't. As I mentioned to you, you are going to write up kind of a book, explain about your research work from the day one you are doing research until you finish your research. Yeah. Okay. In this case, there are some of those are not really understand. Yeah. They try to put whatever they know about their research. Yeah. Which is not very clear, yeah. It is very important as a PhD or master student, your thesis will be read by the examiners. How many examiners do we have for PhD?
3.
One, internal,
Oh, internal.
master, one, external.
Oh, internal.
Okay, these examiners are going to read your thesis. Yeah. In order to make sure that it is workable, we have to make sure the thesis being written out properly and accordingly. But thus, the examiner might read your thesis and try to understand what are actually the contents inside the thesis. So this is what I mentioned here. If you just put it everything in a very superficial, it might not helping the examiner, as a person to understand your research work, right? And then somehow, for those in the social sciences, make sure that it is not about the historical, narrative, it's supposed to be about the contents of your research work, so the best thing how to actually trigger that it is about your research work, you have to be very sure with the research problem. Okay, research problems are very important. From the research problems, it might trigger the research objectives. So, where are these particular things supposed to be? In which chapter? Chapter 1. What is chapter 1? Introduction. Okay, so the examiner will read first in the introduction chapter. Okay, so make sure that the research problems are very clear. Okay, next. Yeah.
So the chairman and the assistant chairman will read the
Okay, that is about Viva Voce. The person who is conducting the Viva Voce is the chairman and the assistant chairman. Yeah. So right now we are talking about the thesis. Okay. Make sure the thesis is something that's supposed to be read by the examiners, supposed to be understood by the examiners. Yeah, examiners. Yeah. Is it clear so far?
not the chairman.
Not the chairman. Chairman is going to conduct the Viva Voce. Is it clear?
Because I see that they need to submit the report also.
Okay, the chairman will submit the report after the Viva Voce.
Oh.
Okay,
Chairman report.
the chairman
Chairman report.
submit the
The whole report of Viva. The whole report of Viva.
That is 7 days.
Uh,
The
Dapat tu sistem je.
in a week,
Ah.
the chairman supposed to submit the Viva Voce report to the SGS. The SGS might email this particular report to the students. Yeah, within 7 days. Yeah, in order to make sure that the students can do the correction. Is it clear so far? All right. So now, okay, next. Okay.
Chairman report.
So make
The
sure
whole report. Whole Viva.
you
Yeah.
is logical form, in the
Chairman report.
yeah.
Selepas
It's
Viva.
very easy. You start with the introduction until you end up with the future work. Have you gone through the website, SCS website, to see the structure of the thesis? Yes. If you are motivated right now, please go to SGS website and look into the structure of the thesis. From the introduction until to the future work. Okay, next. Okay, what I try to say here as the format of the PhD thesis or master thesis is supposed to start with the introduction until the future work. Make sure that introduction, literature review is the second chapter, research methodology is the third chapter, and then fourth, fifth is the research findings. Okay, and then section, that means chapter 4, 5, chapter 6 is going to be the conclusion and future work. Right? Okay, next. Okay, please, please, as a good PG, the UPM PG student, I believe all of you might write up the thesis on your own. That's why I said that it is 100% from you. It is not 100% from the outsourced party. What does it mean by outsourced party? The third party that prepare and write up your thesis. You just receive the thesis after you pay certain amount. Anybody of you are dealing with this? Okay, so I'm very sure it is very pure, it's very noble, very genuine come from you as a physician. Isn't it? Okay? Yeah, of course. And if you rely on the third party, so it might affect your Viva Voce. You don't know what single sentence in the thesis, Once the examiners ask you, go to chapter 2. What do you mean by this blah 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 in page 20, let's say. So you blur because the thesis is not you writing on your own.
Some of my friends told me Oxford also same thing. Somebody. Oxford, yes,
Things happen everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah. So that's why we have to remind ourselves that UPM students are very good. They are professional. They can't, that means they write up on their own.
Yeah.
Okay? Inshallah. Okay. Next. Yeah.
I'm Madua. My question is the format of the thesis. I remember that one of my colleagues did PhD by publications, and their arrangements of the thesis is based on the paper that they publish, minimum of 5 manuscripts. For example, I have no idea which one I want to go, which route I want to choose, by publications or a conventional traditional way. So can I write up in a thesis by publications, but at the end I go to the route of the traditional conventional writing?
That means you want to have two theses?
No, just one. But if I choose traditional way, but I write it out chapter by
Hybrid,
chapter
hybrid.
like a manuscript.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. I think you have to actually choose which format you want to write in. Okay, either format 1, which is conventional, or format 2, which is put it your publications. Okay, so you might choose this one. To make sure that you don't mix around, because it's really what we call it. It might give the trouble to the examiners. Okay, please stick with only one format. Before you choose that format, please discuss with your supervisor, because there are certain cases before, the supervisor asked him to follow the format 1, which is conventional. The students are preparing the thesis with the format 2, with the publication. So it is not very good sign, in terms of a cohesive, what we call it, understanding of the research finding. So please discuss closely and then come to one solution, which format you want to choose. Okay, Nadwa? Thank you. Next. All right. So again, I keep mentioning that the thesis is supposed to be a novel contribution, genuine of the thesis work, genuine of research work, not from any other person's work. Even sometimes the person is the student is preparing the thesis on his own. But the person who is doing the research work is that means he assigned the other person, research assistant, or the other guy to do the research work in the even he's writing the thesis, but he didn't put the ideas in a very proper way, and he didn't understand at all. So this might give you the trouble during the Viva. So the best thing is here, you are the PhD and master student, you are doing the research work. You keep analyze and simulate the research work. You have the findings, you discuss the findings, and you also discuss the future work. So this is actually show the genuine of the PhD and master's work. So again, make sure that it is novel contribution. Next. So again, this is the nature of the PhD work. It's supposed to be something new, yeah, enhance, thoroughly explore the area, and then you might somehow validate the theory, yeah, validate the analysis, yeah, and then you're supposed to come up with the empirical data. You also need to come up with the new methodology, the new tools, the advancement, enhancement of the existing work. But it needs to be validated properly. But if you want the data, make sure that it is enough and comply with research problems and the research objective. Clear so far? So this is the nature of the PhD thesis. So master thesis is supposed to be a little bit different from PhD. Yeah. For PhD, you need to have, let's say, 3 findings or 2 findings. Masters might have only 1 findings. Yeah. Okay. Next. So how do I start? Okay, you might start with a one sentence, 1 paragraph. From there, you can enhance it. Yeah. So this is how to motivate yourself. Even on the first semester, it seems like funny for you to start with writing a thesis. But somehow this is actually motivate you slowly. Yeah. Okay. Next. Okay. From this, you might have one line, 1 paragraph, and 1 page. Again, some certain sentences and 1 page. So again, this is actually keep on answering. You have the argument, so you have to answer it. It's not actually copy paste from any other sources. Yeah. Normally, we also have the literature review. Some of us didn't understand in terms of the chapter 2, which is literature review. Literature review is not summarize the literature. What's supposed to be for the chapter 2 literature review? What's supposed to do in the thesis? You have to critical analyze the existing work.
Previous study, we can analyze critically the previous study. And we have to find out that there is some gap.
What is the research gap from the critical analysis? So this is actually the examiners are looking for. So this is a keyword. So this is the questions. So this is supposed to be the answer that the examiners are looking into it. Yeah. Chapter 2 is not summarized in the literature, but it is about critical analyze the existing work and find out the research gap. Clear so far?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Next. Next is this is about the the table of contents. Started with the introduction, literature review, methodology, findings, conclusions, and references. I hope that you are very clear with this. Yeah. Try to differentiate where is supposed to be the findings, when is supposed to be which part is actually about the methodology. Right? Right. So the methodology is the heart of the thesis. Yeah. Once the examiners clear with the literature review, they will go to the methodology. Is it very pure methodology or just copy and paste the existing work? Right? So once the examiners clear with the methodology, and then they will go to the findings. Okay. Right. Next. So again, make sure that it is being discussed accordingly, very clear in terms of explanation, and then it's not only copy and paste or cut and paste from the literature from others. Normally, if you are writing up the thesis, what is actually your main reference? While you are preparing the thesis, what is actually your main reference? The previous thesis. Okay, so that previous thesis, you might look into it. Yeah, you might have 2 or 3 previous thesis with you. So you might go through the format, the way that he or she elaborate. Yeah, for that particular chapter. So this might help you actually. Yeah, please, yeah, you should get some previous thesis. Yeah, as to motivate you to write more. Yeah, to see that it is not really hard. Okay, next. Okay, of course, yeah, if you already have this motivation, make sure that you have a good timetable, a good schedule, a good timeline in terms of writing. Of course, you may start from the first semester. Yeah, it's like funny for you, but you already have the momentum. Come, go to the second semester, third semester until the CE. After the CE, it's very clear. After that, what you're supposed to, how to arrange your the thesis, yeah, how the thesis is supposed to be to look like. Right? Okay, next. Okay, of course, once you started, it's like it's not a really a matured one, yeah. Just like a very simple pages, yeah. It also can be seen as like a research article, something like that, yeah. It's not really a solid one, yeah. But once you go into a 6 semester, your final semester, you might go very smooth, and then you can have a complete thesis, yeah. Next. Okay, so you have to write in the thesis properly. If you feel like you don't have the ideas, you can stop, have a break, and then please get the other view of the previous thesis. Okay, next. One more thing is that, yeah, writing thesis is something like we have to write on our own sentences. Yeah, this might actually trigger us to write more and more. If we just copy from the others, we just can stop at certain sentences or paragraph, and then that's it. Okay, so this is the difference between the ideas come from our own, and then we write it on our own, as compared we just copy and paste from the other sources. Yeah. And then you can have using LaTeX, yeah, for mathematics formula, etc. Or you also can use the Word documents, right? Next. Okay, so of course, for each particular chapter, again, for the finding chapter, this is very important to show that how you validate the findings, even if it's a new theorems, new method, new tools, etc. Okay, you have to validate properly. Next. Next. Okay. Right, so this is the rule of 3. Yeah? Normally for each chapter, you might have this particular 3, yeah? Intro, body, and conclusion. In each chapter, intro, body, conclusion. In fact, in the introduction part, yeah, you might have the intro, what's supposed to be you explain, elaborate at the introduction part. The body, what you supposed to elaborate for the body, yeah. It means that about the research problem, about the research objective, about and then the conclusion is about how you going to arrange the whole of the thesis. Okay, so that one is the example for chapter 1. So go to the literature review, which is chapter 2. Again, the introduction is actually the overview of the literature, yeah, and the body is how you actually critically analyze the related literature, and then the conclusion is what are the research gap, yeah, from that particular research work, from the existing research work. Okay, is it clear so far? Right. So it's also happen the same with the other research for the finding chapters and then the conclusion chapter, right? Next. All right. So again, it is common mistake normally if the chapters in the thesis, yeah, whereby the arguments are not convincing. Okay. Again, if that's related with the 3 common sense, intro, body, conclusion. If these 3 are not really clear, so that you are not, that means the arguments are not convincing. So this is where the examiners try to tackle what actually you are doing. Okay, so please be very clear with whatever you have with your research findings. Okay, Okay. Normally, okay. Normally in the research findings chapter, chapter 4 and 5, yeah, don't forget to highlight the limitation of the work. Okay, because even you already have your findings, yeah, the examiners will have a look on the limitations of the findings. Even it's not in the thesis, they will ask you in the Viva Voce session. Yeah, it's very simple. From the graph, why it go up? You may actually discuss on the graph at the upper level. But when it go down, something like the peak, you didn't even discuss about it. So the examiner will ask you, what happened at that particular
I can see the slide projected.
blah, blah, blah. So you have to highlight everything that happened during the research lab, research work and so forth. Okay? Don't try to hide anything. Even the limitation is not good. Yeah, we are thinking that it's not good, but someone is good to show that it is a complete task that we done. Okay? Next. Okay, at some point, yeah, it seems like you have to take a break, yeah, after you are preparing the thesis and then you is exhausted and then you couldn't find a good sentence or word for you in order to do the analysis, etc. So in that case, we have, yeah, you need to have a break and try to get along after that. Okay, next. Okay, one more thing is about the thesis is actually this circle. Please understand when you have to submit the notice of submission GS14A. It's supposed to be 3 months in advance. So you just only need to have the table of contents, thesis abstract, and then the GSE level 4A need to be signed by the supervisory committee. Some of the students say that, oh, my committee don't want to sign. What? They will sign if they already satisfied with the thesis. If it is not really a convincing, your supervisor may ask you to keep on changing, improving. Then this is the normal process. After that, they start the process of nomination of examination committee. So your supervisor will propose the name to the graduates meeting at the faculty level, right? From there, it will goes to the appointment of the examination committee, right? After that, you might have to submit the thesis. Then you have to go through the thesis examination process number 5. From there, you might have the final examination. Viva Voce. So the result are there. Category of result. There are 7 categories of result. So which one from number 1 until number 7 is your expectation? Which one? 4. You want to have it? Number 1? How many of you to have it? Number 1? Distinction. Of course, I want to be to have distinction. Yeah? How many of you want to have number 2? Minor. Minor. Okay, how many of you to have major? Major? As not as pass. Yeah? And then number 4 is revival.
No.
Revival is not it's not something like the teacher rejected. Normally revival is something that you come to the Viva Voce but you couldn't say. You just find it. You just couldn't say anything. It's already happened. Revival.
How did your talking about the comprehensive exam?
Yeah, the CV already done. The CV is okay.
We don't know anything about the research.
Why? Something happened to your friends. And then the supervisor also said that that's not supposed to happen something like this. So please, maybe you didn't have a good sleep. Something that trigger you if you are not ready for the whatever was it maybe. Yeah. Because we don't know what happened. And then resubmit. Resubmit. Is it fair or not? Resubmit. It's not fair. Resubmit. But do you want to have resubmit? No. Of course, no student want to have resubmit, even it's not fair, yeah. But this is very important. If your introduction, if your chapters are really convincing, there is no such resubmission. This is the other, that means the keywords why the students get the resubmission. Okay. And then of course you submit to masters and rejection. Yeah? And then after that you done the correction and then you are going to graduate. Right? So this is the process, yeah, of the thesis examination in UPN. Don't compete with the other universities globally because every university they have their own system.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next. Yeah.
Submission is 3 months in advance.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say I submit within next semester.
Okay.
Within 3 months, I need to really submit the copy of course. Just in case there's some problems and I couldn't submit within 3 months, what happens? I need to resend the notice of the
Okay, you don't have to resend the notice, but I think there is another form, right? For those who are late submission. There's another form for late submission. Because normally you'll be given 3 months. Yeah. It's really 3 months. Normally the students are really, they can rush the time that we do. Normally those students are ready actually. So make sure you already ready, yeah. To submit them. Huh? Yeah. This like the projects happen parallel. Don't worry about the approval of the education committee. That is not your task. Your task is actually to submit the
Within 3 months you submit your thesis, you have not prepared this.
Okay, this is also related to the fees, yeah.
Yes,
So this is once you late, so it might have affect the status, yeah. So if you are not submit the thesis after 3 months, you might have to pay the fee.
Yes.
But if you bring consider as a student submit the thesis submission, you just need to pay
Just thesis, 400.
400, yeah, for the thesis fees. Yeah. Good. Okay, next. So this is like what I got from the website. Yeah, this is the format of the thesis. Okay, next. Okay, and then the preparation for the Viva Voce. Okay, the next part. Okay, now you already done with the thesis. So now you already after the examiners already submit the report. Therefore, you are being called to see for the Viva Voce. Okay, normally the students, they are ready to go for Viva Voce as long as they already submit the full thesis. Yeah. And then go to the, okay, this about the why we have to go through the Viva Voce. The Viva Voce is a system that being introduced, yeah, for the researcher to defend their work. This is the spirit of Viva Voce. It's not to penalize the student. It's not to penalize the researcher. The spirit is to give you exposure, give you the time, give you the opportunity to actually defend your work, PhD work and master's work. This is not to penalize. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to go for the Viva Voce. I'm afraid if I might, get the resubmission. What? You should confident with your work. Right? So in this case, yeah, of course it might happen within 1.5 hours, or it can go through 1 day actually. 1 day. Okay, 1 day which is 4 hours plus another 4 hours. Okay, but it is very clear 1.5 until 4 hours. It is normal.
No, but in front of audience?
Yeah.
In front of
Apa?
audience, right?
Audience. Yeah.
Mana? Tidak, kita kena dengar ada seminar.
Presentation. I think the
Okay.
yeah, okay, next slide. Next slide. Next slide. Okay. Okay. Normally, in the Viva Voce, there are going to be a chairman, a co-chair. The chairman is the person who is going to conduct the Viva Voce. Chairman is not your supervisor. Your supervisor is you are being invited. The supervisor, the advisory committee, and the students are being invited for the Viva Voce session. You just come to the room, and then the chairman will welcome you. Okay, please come and have a seat. The student, the supervisory committee, and your supervisor, and then the chair might be assisted by the co. So the co is going to take the notes what happened during the Viva Voce. Clear? Huh? Co-chairman. Yeah. So that is the assistant chairman. Assistant chairman is not your supervisor, it's not advisory supervisory committee. The other person. The other person that has been appointed. Not SDS appointed. It has been approved by the panel.
Dia ni apa? Kursi mana?
Panel to approve the names. The names that being suggested by the faculty, institute, and it might be approved by the panel committee. It's not SDS. All right, the panel committee. Clear? Okay, and then in the room, you are the person that is going to do the presentation. Okay, very clear so far? Okay, so what you should prepare yourself then? For what I will say? Prepare the slide. That slide supposed to
Connect with my work.
connect with the
Thesis.
sometimes the student present it other way around. The thing which is not in the system. And the alumni will ask him, switch back in your system. See how coordination is the teaching. You can see that the importance of the teaching. But sometimes before the Viva Voce, you might find errors in the thesis.
Yeah.
Error in the thesis. What you should do. Of course, you have to tell the right things. In fact, the results already been published. So don't worry about that.
Yes.
If the thesis got errors, the publications might be explain the real things. Don't worry about that. Okay? But if the thesis have errors with the thesis that you are not sure, it's going to be a big trouble. Okay? Make sure that it is a very minor error in terms of the grammar, in terms of the writing, in terms of comma, blah, blah, blah. Not about the real thing, something like the formula and the findings. Okay? Even if the formula, if it's supposed to be Y, you put X, still okay. Right? Okay. Next. Okay. Again, yeah, in the Viva, the chair will ask you to sit, to do the presentation. That means from this, what you expect as a researcher? What do you feel? Once the chair asks you to do the presentation, what do you feel then? Of course, you feel nervous. Do you feel so proud? Of course, you feel so proud. This is the time that I should tell the world that what I've done.
Critical question might make you nervous. That's not.
The nervous is normal. Sure, nervous is normal, but the nervous is only the first minutes.
I will find it.
Okay, the first 5 minutes,
Yeah.
normally you feel nervous. I'm going to see the right thing. That is normal. But throughout the way, you're supposed to be so proud. This is the time that I should tell the world what are my findings.
Yeah.
Okay, who is actually acknowledge my work? Q1, Q2, Q3. Q4. As long as it's good journalism, it's okay. Right? So that is a good feeling if you feel that this is the right time for me. This is the right time for me because I will go back to serve my country. Okay. I go back to go with my name, before my name is DR. So these are the good feelings. Huh?
Really respect the time.
Really that you're supposed to be proud. If you feel proud, then you are, this might trigger your nervous. Yeah, it might be helping you to be so what call it, rationalized during the Viva Voce. Okay, next. In the Viva, the examiners will ask you from the first chapter until the last chapter. Normally, the examiner will ask, what are you doing actually? Explain a very short one. What is actually you are doing? What is your thesis all about? Why are you picking this topic? What are your research problem actually? Why are you come up with this research objective? Why your research problem and research objective are not aligned?
The association of the research.
What are they? Yeah, sometimes they just want to see, are you doing the job or not?
Is it
Are you
essential?
the right person that doing the research work? Yeah.
I mean, you said why they are not aligned, right?
Yeah.
So is it an intentionally asked or because my supervisor supervised me for a long time and I am their money Viva Voice, I am defending work
Yeah.
and you are thinking that it's not aligned.
Yeah, yeah.
So is it a,
Yeah.
I mean, is it intentionally
No,
check me
they
or
don't-
it's like a normal question?
Normal question. One,
Right? Either I am confident about my
Yeah.
work or not.
it's
Yeah.
not to see your confidence, but they just want to see how you rationalize the things. How you
Yeah,
rationalize.
that's why I'm asking because you said that
Uh-uh.
to be proud,
Yeah.
not to be nervous.
Yeah.
Nervous to be 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But everybody in
Uh-huh.
presentation,
Uh-huh.
from my experience,
Yeah.
start
Until-
panicking after 15 minutes to 20 minutes because when the hard questioner comes and they are criticizing your research,
Yeah.
work, then it started. And you are
Okay.
just vanished. What to do?
The one is, this is the role of chairman. The chairman will make the students ready. Okay, now you should answer the first examiner asking you the questions. Okay. Once the examiner satisfied with the answer, okay. If he still looking the answer from you, the examiner will keep repeating the questions, so that the students are not really nervous. That means there is a like what we call it system, yeah, a support system, yeah, during the blah, blah, blah. This is my observation now, yeah. And then the chairman is normally an established person, yeah, the established researcher who is very eligible, who is eligible in that particular research area. So this chairman also might help the students to understand the questions normally, yeah. Normally the students couldn't understand because of the nervous and he or she couldn't catch up the questions, didn't understand the question. This even is very simple. Okay, and then the examination is not one, doesn't have the intention to finalize. Yeah, from my observation, they just want to see either the students can answer it in a rational way. Yeah. If the students make it something like sometimes it's not, this is wrong, yeah, in terms of explanation, the examiners will explain to him, in this particular case you should write something like this in your thesis. The argument is supposed to be something like this, blah blah blah. So this is like two-ways communication, mutual communication. Okay, don't worry. The examiners won't penalize. The chair will conduct in very supportive manner, because the chair is for the Viva Voce session. So it is important for the students to understand the question in order to answer the questions.
What's next?
What's it?
If he finds something or gives some suggestion to chairman,
Yeah.
so do I need to agree and say that I will do it later on?
Yeah.
Or what,
So the
how to
students,
convince it or how to manage the situation in that time?
Yeah. the students, if the examiners might suggest, you're supposed to improve, the way that the explanation in this paragraph. Let's see, you have to add blah 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 blah. So of course the student will say, okay, I will do it. Okay, don't do like, oh, I do everything. You are not supposed to tell me to do like that. Oh, don't say like that. Because the examiners are the established person in that area. So once he tries to tell you, explain to you something, it's actually to help you to make sure that the thesis is more qualified. Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, when I sit on my research proposal seminar, the external told me you are very clever. I just sit here and I told him why I say very clever. You choose study design is a case control study. This is a short time date you covered. I go, okay, I said, what are the your recommendations? He told me, you maybe try interventional. That time I don't argue with her. After the complete exam, I have passed everything.
Okay, so for the Viva Voce, you cannot change it because it might be put it in the report, in terms of doing the corrections, blah blah blah. If you are not clear with the questions, from the examiners or the argument from the examiners, you can ask him, what do you mean, sir, by this and this? Should I add this and this? Something like that. Okay, so it's going to be a professional way. Don't try to shock him. Yeah. No, everything I'm in the lab from 8 to 9 every day. I know everything. You don't know because you just only can tell this is correct, this is wrong. Don't do like this. Be professional. Okay, next. Yeah.
During the final our supervisor will be there. Does our supervisor have the opportunity to really answer our question just in case the situation is not really bad?
Okay. Sometimes, this is where the chairman, has got to do the responsible. Yeah. He will ask the supervisor, you want to help your student? Not at that particular time, you're going to, oh, no, I know the answer. I will help you. The chairman will ask the supervisor, now you can help the student. Maybe you already know that the students are with you in the lab, blah, blah, blah. So it is going to be a very good station because it is about to defend the research work. So it can be anything in the lab. Yeah.
That's a problem. In cases like when you intend to do maybe, let's say in some sites, you intend to, while your supervisor will say, oh, let me to do this, you go by this. Then during the Viva, you come, then the examiner said, this is what you did is not right. Can you tell the examiner that it is my supervisor? I even wanted to do this, but he said, I do my shop.
This is not considered as a research. Research is not like a bake a cake. We don't know which data. We don't know which what we call it. If you are talking about the sample, we don't know which sample, what sample size, blah blah blah. This is the research. As long as we know the right research problem, and then we know what is the research objective, and what is the specific method. So we are doing the research. We are carrying out the research work. If there is an error, so the examiners is good in that area. So he's supposed to I would suggest you, maybe you have to test with this particular sample, with this particular sample size, blah and blah. So it doesn't mean that your work is wrong. No.
Actually, Dr. He told right thing because sample as a sample size calculation is a so many.
Yeah.
Well, if the as per the quantitative
Yeah.
and so many writers, so many ways.
Yeah. So this is what I say that it is not wrong as long as it has been justified accordingly. So I use it based on this blah blah blah. So this is justified. Or not something from the sky. Yeah, I'm very confident. This is the first and the only one that's correct. Oh, not something like that. Okay, it's supposed to be justified properly. Okay. So of course the examiner is supposed to be the person that are established in that research area. Okay, next. Next, yeah.
Will be asked provocative questions.
Sometimes the student feel like it is provocative. Normally the chairman will be actually alert with the situation. What is supposed to be provocative, what's supposed to be the rationalized question from the examiners. So the chairman is actually the important person to play the role during that situation in the Viva Voce session. The student will feel so fragile during that time. Yeah, it's like, you know, the examiners try to penalize you. Okay, so please feel so proud to explain your research work. Whatever research that you went through during your research work. Okay, so how to perform very well? Make sure that you already discussed with your supervisor from A to Z about the thesis, about what you are going to have during the Viva Voce session. You as supervisor might be a trigger. What's supposed to be the questions the examiner will ask you from that particular thesis. Even if there are certain errors or something like you are really wondering about the examiners will ask you, you already have that particular answer. So please get ready. Normally, if you publish your research work in the journals, that argument from the reviewers are very important. Normally, the questions are more or less the same. Yeah, from the examiners, it's actually a trigger from the paper that you submitted to the journal. So the reviewers, they're asking you certain questions related to your research work. Please bear in mind and understand properly from the article that you being submitted to the journal. It's very important. Okay. Next. So you have to do the practice, mock Viva with the supervisor. Okay.
It's 20 minutes presentation, right?
Yeah, it's 20 minutes presentation. 20 minutes only. If you keep until 40 minutes, the chair will say, could you please end up your presentation? Yeah. Normally, if you are so nervous, you might finish within 20 minutes. Yeah. But if you are too confident, you might take until 40 minutes. Okay, so please watch out the time, which is supposed to be within 20 minutes. And 10 minutes question and answer. So it start with the question answer now. Yeah. Okay. Mock Viva. You mean mock Viva? The real Viva or the slides? Oh, you have to practice that particular number of slides. Yeah, normally 20 to 40 slides for 20 minutes. Normally, because there are a lot of graph, yeah, you have to show the graph of the findings. So that's why it's going to be 40. Yeah, the term for the Viva is actually open for the students because it depends on the contents of the thesis. Of course, it's supposed to start with the introduction, literature review, research findings, methodology. Before that, methodology. Okay. All right. Next. Okay. I think it is your PhD, your master's is very good contribution to the society. This is very important. So that's why I keep telling you that you should be proud with your research work because your finding is going to be a contribution to the society, contribution to the nation. So this is where your Viva Voce is very important. Yeah, where you have to defend your work from this work it is really the examiners might see, yeah, what's supposed to be helpful for the people, yeah, for the society, yeah, and the nation. Next. Of course, yeah, you have to be professional, yeah, and then hope that your PhD contribution is meaningful to the rest of the world. Yeah. Next.
Soalan daripada
For the YWC, inside preparation, what should we emphasize on the result? Okay, for the Susanna, yeah.
Salwana.
Salwana, who is online. Okay, there is no such format, yeah, for the presentation. But again, the presentation for YWC is actually supposed to be aligned with the thesis. It's supposed to start with the introduction, literature review, methodology, finding chapters, and then conclusion. Okay?
To go for this, that means there's no specific format or background. Most use UBM background.
No. The most important is the thesis. Thesis is supposed to follow through the UPM format. The presentation, it is open format. Yeah? Okay. Next. All right. Next. Okay, so these are the characters of the examiners. So the examiners will be friendly. So they want to see, they want to know from the small one to the big one, yeah, about your findings. Yeah. Don't worry, some of them are very detailed, but their details is very important, are meaningful, yeah, in order to improve the thesis. Yeah. Okay. All right. So next. Next is actually about the state. What can I say is that you are the person that doing the research. You are the guy that being confident with your findings. So that's why you should go to the Viva Voce. Yeah. So from there you should be more confident. Make sure that you have enough sleep before you go for Viva Voce, so that it's not supposed to be a revival. Yeah. From there, you might have a good points to explain to the examiners, and then you are able to demonstrate the depth of the knowledge and the skills that you already grabbed during your PhD and masters. Okay? Yeah.
Can we postpone our Viva?
Once the time has been proposed, yeah. So normally there is no postpone. So in order to postpone during the proposed date, so you have to be very sure, unless you have emergency, so it can be postponed.
Okay.
It's supposed to be postponed, yeah.
So,
The process you have to make sure that the SGS officer know the emergency cases that happen, or you afraid that you're going to be labeled. So when is your the date for the Viva Voce?
I didn't get the
You get expectation that you are expecting
yeah.
when
On early March.
early March. So before that or after that lah. So you might make sure that they know lah, the officer at the thesis unit know the
So I go for Viva before or after?
it's okay, don't worry. You have that momentum. You can go before that. Yeah, you can go before that. In fact, you can have the distinction.
Distinction 15 hari. Dia tak sempat buat.
So they have that one. The method of how to explain. Next. Okay, so please make sure that you keep on reviewing the one that you want to explain to the examiners. Yeah, keep on discuss. Yeah, with your supervisor, committee. Yeah, and then know the limitation. Make sure that you are emotionally prepared. Yeah, emotionally prepared. Be professional in the day. Even you are nervous, so make sure that whatever comments from the examiners is actually to make sure that our thesis improve very well. Okay, next. So the questions can be easy, can be hard, can be closed questions, any kind of questions. We don't know. But as long as we know everything in the thesis, we are the guys that doing the research work. So of course we are confident in terms of elaborate the things. Yeah. Okay, next. Yeah.
If let's say the conversation is too long, can we stop?
Yeah, you can ask to have a break.
Okay.
You can ask, okay, I want to go to the toilet. Okay, I want to have my drink. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, don't worry.
Easy,
Easy.
arrangement of food in front of this.
Yeah. After that, you can have conversation. Even you can have the conversation with Viva Voce.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, yeah. So that you feel happy, you feel positive, you feel confident. So everybody knows their own hormone, yeah, how to make sure that you feel confident. Okay?
If we request for HCS to prepare food or something like that is possible. Yeah, at least a snacks or something like that.
Oh, okay. I think
Yeah,
you
I
can bring your own drink and snack you can bring.
Yeah. Okay, is it done by me or the research for the
Normally
fighting
the
HCS?
food is for the examiners. The food is for the examiners. Then and the student after the law was saying they have the foods. But if you want to have drinks, yeah, like so thirsty,
Yes.
so you can have a drink.
Prof,
Yeah.
I would like to know the time allocation for each chapter in the examination.
Oh, okay. You can manage it properly. So your presentation is supposed to be within 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes.
For the each chapter.
Okay, from the introduction until the conclusions and feature work is supposed to be 20 minutes. So normally in the introduction part it's very short. Literature review with the what we call it extensive and the critical analysis of the literature also shorter. And then it might be longer during your finding chapter. The finding chapter you got to show the specific method that we use, the analysis that we done, and then the what we call it the conclusion of the findings for that particular finding chapter is much. So you have to manage properly. It's supposed to be within 20.
Just focusing on the chapter 4 to 5.
Yeah, for the finding chapters are very important.
So I have another question for the digital review track, the parts. So we just show the main findings of the literature and then theoretical framework, or just directly bypass the literature finding. Just already show the theoretical framework. Is it feasible?
Yeah, you can show it. That means the this literature review. You come up with the something like table, okay, and then you conclude it. Yeah. Okay, you conclude the guidance and then it goes to the research guide. Okay, right?
Prof,
Yeah.
can we like request our Viva session online or Facebook?
Okay, right now the Viva was supposed to be physical. Must. Must. No more online Viva was session. Isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. It is physically. It can be conducted in SGS or at the faculty or institute. There are a lot of seminar rooms, so that you can use it. Okay. So I think it's very good to have physically. So you know the examiners, yeah. You can hear from him. Rather than online, sometimes the light is not good, yeah. You didn't listen properly, yeah. Lot of interruption. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
continue with that question. You talked, it's a sensitive one, like you talked about the students who are here and doing the research. But in certain circumstances, we might not be here, maybe after the second semester or third semester. So we might go back to the research field or the findings areas, we have the data collection.
Okay.
Go back to the country and do the work remotely because you have to just deal with your supervisor.
Right.
So in that situation, if we are not here in Malaysia, how to manage the research? Because we have to do the Viva, we have to prepare for the Viva. So, you know what I'm talking.
Yeah, that means
In that situation, how we can fulfill or successfully complete the Thesis.
Okay. Even you collect the data at your own country, there's like another, like, I think there is a supervisory committee from your country, let's see. Is there any? You
Yes.
can, yeah, you can nominate
External.
the external supervisory committee.
Yes.
So that,
If not.
if not,
Yeah.
if not, you might collect the data and you're supposed to analyze the data. Again, even you do the job at your country, again, you need to consult your supervisor, yeah, with all those particular findings and arguments and analysis. Again, you need to have a mutual communication, mutual agreement, mutual understanding with the supervisory committee to make sure that there is no gaps, no holes in between that. Okay, and then for the Viva Voce, it is compulsory to be in you. Okay, next. Okay, so please be very professional so that everything that being proposed by the examiner is supposed to be accepted professionally in terms of to improve the thesis. Yeah, we want to have a quality thesis. So therefore, their response, their is it so comprehensive? Is it about a very construct executive literature? And then you come up with the research gap, and then you also go through the methodology. What is again, the methodology is the heart of the thesis. Yeah, make sure that you know what is the right technique, the right method, yeah, the right solutions that need to be considered. Okay, next. And then the result that you have to present, okay, everything need to go from the introduction, the body, and the conclusion, yeah, about each chapter, finding chapters, right? And then, of course, you end up with the conclusion and then, right? So it is about defend your research work against the examiners. So the examiners wants to make sure it's the guys that, the professional guys that are going to validate your work, yeah, as what you have gone through during your PhD work and the master's work. Okay, next. So you have to be practice, yeah, with your peers, yeah, with the supervisor, with the supervisory committee, yeah, in terms of strategize the way that you should answer, the way that you should respond to the examiners, right? So everything needs to be strategized properly. Yeah. Okay, next. So normally these are the questions lah, yeah, the one that I already told you why you want to do this topic, yeah. So again, right now you can actually try to write it down. Why did you choose that particular topic? Yeah, why you want to do this research work? So this is a common question from the examiner. Okay, next. Can you describe different steps involved in your research? Okay. And then in this case, you have to spend a little bit time to actually elaborate why did you choose that particular technique, yeah? And then you have to describe what are different from the existing ones. So this is actually tailored to the research gap from the executive into the review. Okay, next. Okay, so practice, keep on practicing your mock Viva with the supervisory committee. And then this is the only way that you are going to visualize the Viva. Okay, your supervisor might help you, might advise you, don't stand like that, please stand like this, be firm, yeah, be confident, yeah. So supervisory committee might help you. Yeah, okay, next. So on the day, what you're supposed to be done, okay, be early, careful with what you wear, yeah. Don't wear slipper, but wear the best shoes in the world, something like that, which is fit to you, okay? And then you bring more confidence, yeah? Expect to be nervous, but try to deal with it positively and constructively. Okay? Right, next. On the day as well, checklist, you may have the checklist, list of corrections that might be asked by the examiner. So please check the articles that you publish. Yeah, the reviewers' comments are very important. Next, the pen, the tissue, the drinks, yeah. Of course, bring the copy of your thesis on that day. Bring the right copy of the thesis. Don't bring, oh, this one is the first one that I prepared. Jeez, yeah. The examiners are referring to the new one. You are referring to the previous one. So please, yeah, bring the right copy of the thesis. Yeah. Okay. I know that you already have a lot of version of the thesis. Make sure that the latest version of the thesis that be submitted to NCS. Okay. Next. So final advice, expect to be nervous, practice the answers beforehand. Don't agree with everything that they say, but don't be. So this is what I say that professional. How to say that? Oh, sir, I don't think that you be something like that. So this is what I've done using this particular technique, blah, blah, blah. So this is our findings, something like that. Okay? And then expect some corrections. Make sure you are clear about the important dates. Yeah? All right. Next, once you graduate, you are ready to face the real world, which is full of challenges. Yeah, after your name with doctor, yeah, you are feeling more challenges actually. So please be what we call it nature right now. Please be what we call it enjoy your academic candidature for PhD and masters, because after this lot of challenges that you may face. Okay, next. I hope your graduation takes you to the corner of your smile, to the highest of your hopes, to the window of your opportunities, and to the most special places your heart has ever. With that, good luck for your future. All right, I think we have finished right now. Is there any more questions? Yeah. Mhm.
Last.
Okay. Mhm. Okay. Okay. The committee is not judging your presentation is good or not good. As long as they can actually get or understand that the student rationalize properly the questions. They are referring to the statements, whatever statement in the thesis normally. Yeah. The examiners will referring to the thesis. They will ask you, okay, go to the thesis chapter literature, page 25. Why did you refer to this literature? This is outdated work. This is already in 2019, let's see. So you have to prepare. Why did you choose that particular work? So maybe, okay, so maybe you have a latest literature after that. But somehow it's not being pointed out. Okay. Also, I have another one which is in 2022 in page blah blah blah. So maybe this is going to be two-way communication with the examiner. So he might tell you, oh, I think this is also not good reference. So maybe you can also refer to this guy, blah, 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 publish here, blah, blah, blah. Okay?
So
Yeah.
I was admitted to 2023 session. This session is mandatory physical bias.
Yeah, right now it's mandatory.
But I don't think 2024 to 5.
Before this is like the time after COVID-19. After the COVID-19, it's like certain time that we have to look into it. Is it okay with the online, blah, blah, blah. But right now, we are in we go back to the ordinary process, whereby we want to make sure that everything goes very well. The students are feel very satisfied with whatever they actually go through in the Viva Voce, so that it is rational to have it physically.
Should we start this semester or
It already started last semester. It's already started.
one of my friend already done his Viva through online.
Yeah. Before that, there's certain timeline now. Certain timeline. After that, we have to go physical. Okay. All right. Yeah.
So after we done our Viva and we get the result, so we have to submit to the thesis, right?
Yeah.
So we have to submit again to all the examiners.
Okay.
After correction, I mean.
Yeah. The examiners might check. Yeah. So you have to refer to the examiners. Either all the correction be done. After the examiners agree, so they will sign the form.
Okay, so it's between the student and the.
That process supposed to be happen between SGS and the examiners. Normally, it's supposed to be students and the examiners, but I think it's already has been improved that SGS is supposed to be professional. Yeah, the SGS might
Be followed.
the examiner. Yeah. So to make sure that it's not coming from the student. Sometimes the examiner feels not, convenience if the students will keep pushing the examiner, something like that. Yeah.
So, correction, thesis to
At the
end.
end.
Yeah. Like, what do you call it?
Time.
Let's say the correction, like miscommunication, misunderstanding between who should we follow the correction by examiners or our supervisor.
No, it's supposed to refer to the report that being submitted by the chair to SGS. That one is the last report that need to be referred by the student and the supervisory committee. Okay,
That is whatever supervisor said.
Yeah.
We have to follow.
refer to the report by the chair. Okay, clear?
Alright.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. Have a nice day. Okay, what did your mark for this presentation? Are you happy?
Very
Are you happy? Excited. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, nice to meet you guys. Yeah. Yeah.
Ya, betul.
Tapi macam ada dekat form yang
Oh, masa tu kita penuh. Kita baru buka kat dalam ritual saja.
oh bukan yang tu.
Ini pun ada 30 sebab sepatutnya kita buat di kejuruteraan yang besar tu, tapi dapat tahu kat sana last minute kita dapat confirm kita dapat buat kat sini juga.
Ada pack yang biasa kita kata biasa.
Dia pun ramai yang walk in ya.
Allah akan datang kita kan.
Akan datang 20 something hari bulan tu lah mungkin.
Maaf
Best
saya
of
tak
this.
kat sini.
Sesi tu online.
Yes.
A picture of one slide because I didn't think it. It's like the circle. The color of the circle about the.
Oh, that one. I think that one you may got from our website. This one.
Yeah, this one.
Nah, betul. In our website also, your portal I think also.
It's my supervisor asked me for.
Yes.
Thinking, but I registered it all.